A good afternoon, everyone in Facebook land. I'm Dr. Vishnu Durga, and I'm joined this afternoon by Coach Prem. Coach Prem, how are you doing?
I'm well. I just came out in two sessions that I had with some clients, so doing good.
Very good. And I can see a young lady is joining us today from Java with a copy of the Who's Who in Guyana Business. So if you don't have your copy yet of the Who's Who in Guyana Business, check Java, check Go Invest, check the Center for Local Business Development. It's everywhere. Everywhere where business is being done, you'll find a copy of the Who's Who in Guyana Business. But today we wanted to talk to you guys out there about business support organizations. Today, for example, there's the election of the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry. Just a couple of weeks ago, we had the elections of the Guyana Manufacturing and Services Association. In another couple of weeks, I think we have the elections happening at the Private Sector Commission. And you hear about all these elections, you see people being appointed. I myself have quite a history as well, going back nearly 20 years now. It makes me start feeling a little bit senior, but 20 years now. I joined Forest Private Sector Organization back in 2002 in the upper quarantine. Now, Prem, what do business support organizations do?
Well, as the word says, it supports businesses. I think that one of the benefits that you, as a business owner, you need to consider too is to be around like-minded people. So it's being in the company of business owners like yourself and being supported by these organizations, because these organizations, they are there to be able to help and support local businesses. So what does that mean? It means getting more mileage. It means getting recognition. It means getting the support, and whatever support from the whatever agencies, whether it be government or wherever it is, that is specific to you. So like the Georgetown Chamber of Commerce, they would support businesses in Georgetown. You have the Guyana Manufacturers Association. They would support businesses that are in the manufacturing industry. I've worked with the Guyana Manufacturers Association for a bit, and I understood a little bit about the support that they offer to manufacturers in Guyana.
Very good, very good. And I did mention as well, I started off nearly 20 years ago with the Upper Quarantine Chamber of Commerce, and back then I was 22 years old, and I thought, I'm in business, and this is a Chamber of Commerce. It's a business support organization. So I put one and one together. I said, well, yes, then that means that if I'm in business, I have to go to the place that supports businesses. And it's been quite the journey since then. I've joined many of the organizations that Coach Prem has mentioned just now. Our own company is a member of the Private Sector Commission, the Georgetown Chamber, the Manufacturing Association, the American Chamber, the Canadian Chamber. And the reason we do so is because it allows us to meet other people in business. We're able to network. We're able to participate in trade missions. We're able to get information in a very fast manner that allows us to make our decisions as well. And even at Action Invest with the Who's Who, we have our own private business support organization here as well with a very large network that we're also able to support. Now, to give people a little bit of insight, why not use the Who's Who? And you'll see on page 96 and 97 a little bit of a outline of what these business support organizations really do here in Guyana. And you have a little bit of an outline of the Private Sector Commission, and the Private Sector Commission is really made up of sectoral members and corporate members. And the difference is that sectoral members are organizations that they're also business support organizations. So for example, the Georgetown Chamber and the Manufacturing Association, those are what are called sectoral members of the Private Sector Commission. There are about 30 of them, 30 different business support organizations that are members of the Private Sector Commission. And then you have corporate members. And corporate members are the very big companies that join the private sector commission. I think the requirement is that they're also members of two other sectoral members. And membership here ranges, for sectoral members, it's at about 50,000 per year. And for corporate members, it's at 600,000 per year. So this is really well suited to organizations that really have a national interest. So if you think about Action Invest, we are very big in business education and business education across the country. So for us, it was very important to be part of an organization that allows us to really understand what's happening nationally and to be able to contribute nationally as well. Across the country, there are also many other business support organizations. We usually call them the regional chambers of commerce. So you'll have the Barbies Chamber, the Central Quarantine Chamber, the Upper Quarantine Chamber. And we'll also notice that there are many other types of business support organizations, from the aircraft owners to the American Chamber. You have IPED as well as listed as a business support organization. And then you have organizations that are very sector specific, like the Forest Products Association, Aquaculture Association, Shipping Association, Tourism and Hospitality, Craft Association, Seafood. So you also have specific sectors that are then focused on individually. And they really give their members that individual attention that is required when it comes to a very specific sector. Mm-hmm. So, if you are in business, I would encourage you to get on to your nearest business support organization. And Prem, how difficult is it to become a member of one of these organizations?
Well, it's just a matter of making contact with them and getting an application form. And most of these application forms now are online. So it's just a matter of getting them online, downloading the application or filling it out right online, and then you're able to send in that application. Of course, there is a vetting process and so forth that goes through, but it's simple as just getting an application, making the call, and being a part of these support organizations. And it is important, as Dr. Vishnu would have mentioned, that there are specific organizations that are tailor-made for you. So they deal with some of the issues and the problems that's unique to you. So it's important that you understand what are the sports are out there, so that you can be able to get as much as you can within the market, because there's so many competitors going to come into the market, and as much support that you can get, might as well use the opportunity to be better.
Very good. And the basic requirements are that you can demonstrate that you're a registered business or incorporated. So your business registration or your certificate of incorporation. Some of these organizations will also need a company profile that includes important information like your website and information that could be researched. And even fewer of them, and I think now it's become the norm, they also request your GRA and NIS registration. So they're not necessarily checking to see that you are paying your taxes and insurance deductions, but that you are registered, because it's the responsibility of those organizations to ensure that you are compliant. And as I mentioned, they provide really general services, networking, connecting. When it comes to Action Invest, we take it a step further. Our main focus is to, and I say thank you, Dexter, for joining in. And feel free if anyone has any questions, we'll work on answering them as well. But with our organization, we focus really on providing that helping hand, providing the education and very specific support. So, a business support organization, the traditional ones aren't going to ask you, what are you projecting to do next year and what are your strategies to get there. That's not what they're focused on. So organizations like ours, that's what we focus on. We take a look at what you're projecting, help you project if you're not too comfortable as yet doing that, and then developing the strategies and building the team and adding the resources that are needed to get to those long-term goals. However, it doesn't take away. our encouragement is join the business support organizations so that you can really get the support that your business will need as well. And I was going to test something out here to see if this works. If we were to quickly take a look at the Action Invest website, you'll notice that we have the home page here, but it's really also laid out by the types of clients that we serve. So if you're a business owner, for example, you'll notice that we have coaching services, training, HR assessments, marketing, ISO. But what I wanted to show you as well is that in terms of the memberships that an organization like ours participates in, you'll see the various organizations. I think the one that I may not have mentioned earlier is the Caribbean Institute of Management Consultants. So Action Invest is also a member of that institute. And we are also a educational institution falling within the Council for Technical and Vocational Education and Training here in Guyana. So if you can put one and one together, think a very bright guy like Coach Prem, almost as bright guy as myself, understanding that that is very important that we are members of these organizations so that we can learn what's happening, we can better support our own clients. I think if you are in business or you belong to an organization that is participating in a business, that you also take that opportunity. What's the biggest criticism we hear about these business support organizations?
The biggest criticism, I would say that they don't deliver on some of the things that they promised that they promised that they would deliver on. And so,
are you talking about the government or the business support organization?
Same thought. Okay. Same thought went through my mind. But that's one of the concerns. But when we look at what we do and how we're able to support the businesses, we're focused on results and how we can be able to better serve. And as you would have seen, we are aligned with training enterprises that will be able to practically deliver those results to you. Coaching as well has been such a big impact for some of our clients because it's mostly focused on developing them and how we're able to develop their business, and it's focused on results over a period of time, right? So the challenges is results, is to be able to get to that particular result.
And I've heard that for nearly 20 years, and I'm sure that it has been happening before, where people complain about a government or a business support organization, and it's so easy to complain, right? It's easy to sit on this side of the screen and complain about everything else that happens. And my message to you is, and that's what I also had to do, join the organization. The organization is only as strong as its members. Yeah. If the members don't contribute, guess what? Nothing is going to happen with that organization. Same thing goes for a government, right? If we don't apply pressure, if we don't give ideas, if we don't demand better, nothing much may happen. So don't forget your responsibility as a citizen of the country, as a member of a business support organization, to also play your part. And if you think you can do it better, please be our guest. All right, you step up to the plate. You do what is necessary, because talking is easy. Doing is where the real results come from. Action is where the real results come from.
Yeah. It reminds me of something that we teach as well. It's about failure, right? It's about participating, and the only failure there is the failure to participate. And when we are participating in wherever we are, which group or organization we participate and participate at 100%. Why? Because you'll get 100% back in return. So whether it is in learning, whether it is in developing those networks, or just getting out there, it is your ability and your commitment to participate.
Very good. Mm-hmm. So, Coach Prem, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Very welcome, and we're still testing out the new studio. So if you look at the lights, we look like we just came out of our plastic wrapping. We're all brand new, looking all shiny and all of that. And it's we've actually put paws on the clouds out there at the Pegasus. So
Pegasus, yeah, that's GBTI too.
And GBTI as well. So GBTI is getting a little bit of mileage here as well, and impressions. You can see impressions also getting some of that. And it's fantastic. They're great companies. They do a lot for economy, and we'll also share a little bit more. You'll be able to see a little bit more about some other companies, some located as far as Barbies, and what they are doing for our economy. So take care. If you haven't joined the business support organization as yet, and you are in business, please look for the nearest one. Contribute your talents, contribute your efforts. If you're a business executive or you're an employee of an organization, go join a Toastmasters club. Go join some club that allows you to contribute your talent as well, so that you can sharpen your saw. Right? So take care. All the best.
A. Sons in the Gifflin Mall is your one-stop shop for all electronics, including laptop computers, flash drives and SD cards, tablets, speaker and stereo sets and the best brands, drum sets and guitars, household appliances, flat-screen TVs, hardware items, and lots more. So check us out today for the most affordable prices. A. Sons in the Gifflin Mall, making life better one day at a time.
Tired of the hassle of running around looking for solutions? Worry no more. WM Services is here. We specialize in heating, ventilation, air conditioning, electrical, and generator services. As a residential, commercial, and industrial dealer, our trained and licensed team is waiting to bring you peace of mind. Make the call now. Telephone 611-4326. Email wmservicesgy@gmail.com. or visit our website, www.wmservicesgy.com.
Our world is an employee engagement crisis. Only 13% of employees are engaged in the global workforce, causing dramatic effects in any organization. Your organization can expect a more engaged workforce, improved productivity, an enriched culture, and increased profit. Engage and Grow is not your traditional training company. Training is dead. We're challenging the norm with everything we do, and our customers like it. All programs are individually designed by the Engage and Grow team, enabling you to facilitate the highest quality, tailor-made programs, improve communication skills, create deeper relationships, and foster a caring, social, and cooperative attitude. Our coaching will improve leadership qualities and build solid trust between employees, encouraging innovative thinking and proactive future planning. Engage and Grow will refocus, re-energize, and re-engage your employees, and we have tangible methods to measure the results. Our workforce engagement, leadership effectiveness, women's leadership, and engaging the millennial programs will create movement in the mind of employees and your business, creating a movement that will take your company as an empowered team into the future. Bring the gusto back into your organization. Engage and Grow.